No.
All right. Invite for Google Docs. Beanie blessings. Welcome to Blended City's Work of Art Wednesday online open mic. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Deadpan Lizzie, the Beanie God, and I am your MC for the evening. For those who don't know, Blended City is a 501c3 nonprofit status art organization founded in 2017 by the wonderful Nick Louise and Ashley L. Canfield. We have Danny Gomez, our co-host and tech producer with us. He was giving us those amazing music vibes. Any questions about tech, please DM Danny and he will advise you. Blended City's mission is to support and connect non-traditional artists in disadvantaged communities by providing a multidisciplinary space to create. How we meet our mission is by doing this: an open mic forum dedicated for artists across various art disciplines coming together and showcasing their talents and telling our stories. Just some housekeeping notes. Each artist tonight, we might do around two, we might not, depending on time. Let's keep it to like 4 minutes per artist for round one, please. Please keep your mic off if you are not performing, but keep your video on if you want to. Myself and the other artists want to see your faces and engage with you. Unless the artist suggests having your mic on for their set, like if you're doing stand-up, some people like to have your mic and cameras on so they can hear you laugh and see you smiling and all that. We do encourage you to take videos and pictures throughout the evening and tag Blended City on the social media platforms you are a part of. Blended City will also be sharing you and your work tonight on Instagram, so please feel free to repost and spread the love and drop your Instagram handles in the chat so that we know where to tag you if you're a part of that platform. This mic is for all mediums of art. There is no censorship when it comes to sharing our creations. However, you can't be a jerk, so no inappropriate behavior. Please ask for consent. There is no hate speech or bullying or punching down at all. If we hear any of this tonight, you're going to get the boot. Absolutely no questions asked. This is a brave space. So to everyone in the Zoom room and who will be watching on streaming platforms later and beyond the mic, we have a responsibility to ensure bravery and safety. That is community. If at any point tonight you feel the need to bring anything out of bounds to our attention, please, you can go ahead and DM myself or Danny or Nick so we can resolve that quickly. And like me, many of us are portfolio building, and we're just here to unwind after a long day's work. I don't believe in content or trigger warnings personally, but given life is one. But if you feel the need to give one, please go ahead and do so. If you haven't pre-registered to perform on the open mic list, please send Danny a DM and he will add you to that. And if you are playing or sharing original music, please change your Zoom setting to original sound. And if you need assistance with that, you can let myself or Danny know and we can advise. So before we begin sharing our art, I would like, if you want to please join me in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 focusing grounding exercise. This can help bring you into your space and be more present with your art and each other, refocusing all the senses to stay present and in the moment. It also helps with active listening. So you'll remain muted, but feel free to say these out loud to yourself and identify them. So only if you want to. Take a deep breath in, you hold it, just release it when it feels natural. What are 5 things you can currently see in front of you? And this isn't anything to be overthought, just what you see. So I see all of you. I see my Google Doc. I see my cup of tea. I see my water glass. I see my AirPods case. What are 5 things you can see? Or 4 things you can touch? My elbows are touching my thighs, skin on my fingertips, carpet and wood beneath my feet. So 2 blankets on top of me. What are 4 things you can touch? What are 3 things you can hear? I can hear the silence. I can hear my radiators in my apartment playing table tennis. I can hear the soundscape of Manhattan. There are 3 things you can hear. What are 2 things you can smell? I burnt some turkey bacon last night and it's still lingering, so I can smell that combined with the dinner I made tonight. So that's what I can smell. And then what is 1 thing you can taste or feel? I can still taste my dinner. And I feel grateful. Whether it's good, bad, or in between, I feel very grateful to be sharing space with everyone here tonight and for your presence. And lastly, what was a win for today? We don't measure wins with anyone else. We don't measure pain either, of course, but everyone had a win in some capacity, even if it was just getting out of bed, it was getting here, it was feeding yourself. Everyone had a win, big or nothing big or small. And I will post that in the chat in case you want to reflect with that at a later time. So thank you for sharing that space with me. Okay, and I hope that it centered you a little more. All right. Just before we get to our performance list, and I will always announce who's on deck as well. I just want to thank Blended City and Nick and Ashley for having me come back as host. I really enjoyed guest hosting for them over the last year and being a part of Blended City now to be the permanent host and having Danny as our tech producer and co-host. It's so beautiful and wonderful. I love this space and organization so much. I'm very grateful. They're actually going to be producing a play of mine next week called Later Alligator. So a week from today at this time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I play Later Alligator, directed by the incredible Nate Raven, who actually taught me the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise. So thank you, Nate. We'll be directing. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, it's going to be on Zoom because we're making it as accessible as it can be. So please join us for an evening of play reading. And there is some poetry in the play. I won't say what, but if you know me, you know what kind of poetry there might be in the play. But I hope you'll join, and I'm just very grateful to everyone who is here tonight. So thank you. All right, so Danny will post the performance list in the chat, but on deck we have Daniel Fernandez. But please welcome to the mic now, Eddie Foreman.
Thank you. It's Ed Potastical, been fantastic. Please in time to draw my rhyme off was sublime. And thank you, Beanie God, for pushing on through. And remember that we love, appreciate, and adore you. All right. I got 2 poems, so I'll take them as time of my rhyme. This is called Oh My Love. Oh my love, 1,000 kisses from you is never too much. I just don't want to stop. Oh my love, 1,000,000 days in your arms is never too much. I just don't want to stop. Never too much, never too much, never too much. I love you, how deserts loves the rain. You're my glue, the coat in the pouring pain. You're my screw, the boat that keeps me sane. You're my honeydew, the fish swimming in my blue. You're my moon, the light in my pitch dark night. You're my balloon, you take me to better heights. You're my lagoon, you're the wind for my kite. You're my cocoon, you're the shield of my spite. You're my cartoon, you're my joyful ray of insight. How can I love you more? I can't count the ways. You're full of my bloody core. You set my darkness ablaze. You are what I live for. You're the nouns of my essays. You're the gift I can't ignore. You're the sun for my days. You're everything that I adore. You're the swan in my ballet. You're everything than a chore. You're something I can't paraphrase. You are nevermore or furthermore. I can go on and on, but what more can I say? I'm here if you want to listen to more. Thank you. And I got a little spicy for you to say, at least go inside your crease. This is called Feisty Monsoon. Our souls lay bare, intertwined in the darkness of the bedroom. The deep melody is playing loudly inside our hearts. Our seething ecstasies start to bloom on the pale moon without arousing sparks to fuel our stimulating, unclad art. Our hungry eyes fixed while feeling the tingles up our spines. We were mesmerized by inner chant. Sexual creativity is dancing in our minds. The sexual healing started to enchant. Our moist lip tasted the essence of passion. The wind was kissing our exposed skin. The air is igniting our tender, intoxicating satisfaction. Our naked souls gently transcend over again. We hugged ourselves with a deep embrace. Deep euphoria surged all around. We had bitter water going down our faces. The naked rush started to be unbound with echoes of naughty sounds. Your tip of the tongue felt like a sword, gently punctured the sweet spots of my staff. My heart was engulfed in emotional words. The thought started to erect my pulsing shaft. My tongue started playing on your inner succulent lips. Your legs trembled from lingering sensations. Your whole body took a little enticing trip. Your body vibrated for an inner satisfying vacation. We quickly changed into a new steaming position. We're grinding and sliding between our bodies. Our delightful, insightful, passionate intervention, the inner adult rapture we lovely embodies. An astonishing cry released from our lungs. We couldn't keep the upbeat louder from within. We can taste delicious jolts enveloping our tongues. Our burning patience was wearing super thin. Your blossoms were dancing to a rhythmic beat. The sizzling wind was getting soft but tight. We felt the embers nibbling at our overjoyed feet. We kept going, going, and going with all our might. Our breaths were taken away. Our bones jumped out of our skin. The inner bells started to play what's going underway. Our souls descend and transcend over without end. The silence is the cries of feverish sex. The absence of thoughts were completely backwards. Every corner of our bodies started to reflecting from the flex. Our weak bodies started to go forward, but they went downward. The staggering high went towards our blank minds. The lustful sensation rampaging deep inside our loins. We kept riding and riding until our consciousness disinclined. The feisty energy was fueling our frantic groins. The wet pressure started to envelop by your soft walls. Our long measured strokes are slowly, steadily going up. The sheer rapture bombarding our bodies made us fall. Our naked, moist bodies start to slump. Our bodies rest intertwined in the quiet of the room. Our pumping hearts swell like swollen balloons. Our loins and groins went boom. The days quietly and quickly resume. A sexual high flowed throughout the crimson sky. We have reached that holy peak. What a surprise as we saw the orange sunrise. The luminous sunlight started to leak. Our bodies remain motionless and still. Our hands grasp each other with the warm sheets, escaping of chills and thrills, the outer snooze of our comfortable retreat. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
Eddie.
Give some
Woo
love to
woo.
Eddie, everyone. Well, thank you so much, Eddie. We appreciate you. If there's anything you'd like to promote, you have coming up, you can go ahead and you can say it, or you can drop in the chat. We appreciate you being here.
And I appreciate you guys too. Thank you for pushing on through. Remember that I love each and every one of you. Woohoo!
Thanks, Eddie. All right, on deck we got my beanie boo, Nick Louise, and coming to the mic now, please welcome Daniel Fernandez.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for having me. Appreciate the space and the exercise. For today, I have one poem. It's relatively new. It's probably the first one of the year. First event of the year, actually, that I'm joining. But anyways, for today, I have one poem, and it's called I Had to Write This Down. I had to write this down because if I don't, I never will. I regret the simplest things, which then leads to guilt. I've been too busy trying to avoid tumbling downhill. I work to survive, and living that idea killed everything I'm trying to build. Sorry for my absence, life has been kicking my ass. I dodged a few of my mistakes, but everything happened so fast. I was stuck chasing the American dream as if I signed a contract, but doing so, I didn't realize that I was walking into a bear trap. I haven't written in 2 months, and I used to write every night to give myself room to breathe and possibly share some advice. I sold my time to a relationship and I ended up paying the price. No matter how devoted you are as a partner, you can never be precise. I fell behind in payments, but that's a common human error. Life happens, which makes it impossible to endeavor. Sometimes I get high just to feel lighter than a feather. Despite numbing responsibilities, it doesn't eliminate the pressure. However, I push on by, assuming that the choices I make are clever. Yet, regardless of my altruism, no one appreciates the gesture, touching an opportunity as if there's some texture, failing in the process, which doesn't make me feel any better. I had to write this down because it had to be done at some point to return to a place that can swap pain with rejoice. A poem can be made if it means my demons are destroyed. Sometimes I write just to filter out the noise. I'm going to be a father, and I can't wrap my head around the truth. I'm not financially capable, but that's not an excuse. My ex imposes an idea that even God would refuse to leave the country with the child in order to elude. Poverty can't give a child happiness, at least that's what she assumes. It's about the love and time shared whenever there's wiggle room. Seeing my child is all I think about during my daily commute. Without my child in proximity, how can I live on through? I love her, honestly, with all of who I am. We parted ways because together we couldn't stand. If it weren't for our child, the distance would have began. It's gut wrenching that it led to that point, but she would understand. A bond now held by pity, and it stings in the eyes of loyalty to destroy a love that could have lasted a century, sharing the same friends, pain, and sadly enemies. Her lifestyle was so lavish that it became a singularity. My parents aren't aware, and I know it's fucked up. She wants to leave me because of the amount on my pay stub. The only upside that I see is that the baby was made with love. I was threatened with child support, which hit me like a truck. Despite whatever she said, we'll talk it out and compromise. I don't want this poem to be misinterpreted and become a disaster in disguise, flying through the internet with morals symbolized, speaking the truth with empathy synchronized. I've been in my head lately, but there are too many thoughts to keep track. You can tell by my face, but you might be too concerned to ask. A broken man who lost hope with happiness in a bag. I'm losing myself, and at night it's difficult to relax. I had to write this down because I'm scared I'll lose my touch, penning reality from the emotions that are gushed. I used to write in moments when I had time to adjust. Now every single distraction becomes an obstruct. As a writer, it's disenchanting when you see yourself fade. So many unfinished work that has to be put away. I don't know if I'll return, maybe when the sky is gray. Here is my last poem, but hopefully that's not a cliche. Life goes on, and the toughest moments are remembered. Depression is a prison, but only if you surrender. The psychological desolation is too perilous to be measured. It gets my mind spinning faster than most propellers. I'll step off the page. God knows when I'll return. Maybe this poem will change my life and respect could be earned. I can't give up because that's not the father my child deserves. My book might sell and fall into the right terms. Success could be handed and I can have my voice heard. Blow up financially with withdrawals on high alert. Save a portion before I'm a few feet in the dirt. Give my family a cushion to be prepared for the worst. Solving each dilemma because we know it wouldn't be the first. Perplexed and stressed while still managing a warehouse at work. If only my intentions are known and time was reversed, all this agony could be spared and no one would be hurt. Thank you. Apologies for the length. I didn't even know the time.
Thank you, Daniel, for your authenticity.
Yes, Daniel.
We appreciate that.
That's
Yeah, give
beautiful.
some love.
Something. All right.
And he's also an author, by the way. We have this we are with the same imprint, Telltale Poetry, and that's his book behind him, Emotional Defibrillator. So yeah, get DM him if you want to order his book. Support authors, especially poetry authors. It's important. So thank you, Daniel, for being here. I think he dropped his link tree in the chat where you can connect with him, and we appreciate you. So thank you. All right, we're gonna keep going, friends. We're gonna take a little intermission and do some announcements after this next performer. But please welcome to the mic now. He is one of the founders and producers of Blended City. So without him, we would not be able to be here right now, him and Ashley. He's also a brilliant artist, poet, actor, and just a beautiful human being inside and out. So please welcome to the mic, Nick Luis.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. So happy that you all are here with me and together. I've been really feeling my oats and my creativity lately, so I might do 3 poems. Is that okay? I know you said 4 minutes,
I
but
mean, yeah, I mean,
okay.
I feel like even if it was like 8, like, are you allowed to tell the founder like, no, you can't do that?
You can't even be like, no, Nick. No.
No, no, it's, I mean, we're being like, I mean, it's not like a hard for friends. Like, if you go a minute or two over, I'm not gonna be like a jerk about it, but like mindful. Like,
Yeah,
we're
for
being
sure.
mindful.
Yeah, these are two. So two of them are kind of medium, and one is like really short. So I think I'll maybe be 5 minutes. So, okay. So this one is called Because It's Me, you know? I would be lying if I said I was at my best, not sure what the universe is trying to test. Since losing all those I grew up with, but the struggle is real to try to keep it in. The sweet, salty tears running down my face, particles of memory I sip down the pensive. Do I keep them embraced or try to make a sense of? Not sure what this all means, holding back my sadness, trying not to make a scene. If I call for help, am I needy? If I call for clarification, am I clingy? If I call for your attention, am I greedy? Not sure what people want nowadays because it's hard to keep people for more than several decades. Missing those simple times where all we did was laugh, but now it's all about your red flags. Are you about me because it's me, or are you about me so you can use me? Are you about me for my vibes, or are you coming at me with all them lies? I'm a good friend, never a great friend. I'm a good friend to help you through, never a good friend to be a part of you. I'm a good friend, I was never family. I'm a good friend, but not a good friend to the end. I just want to know is all I'm asking. I feel like I'm fasting, gasping, grasping for understanding. Or am I too much? Is that what you're drafting? Why can't we be about each other? Because that fake shit is such a bummer. I wish I had a sisterhood of traveling pants. I wish I had a coven of witches singing full of chants. I wish I had a family to dance and prance and fall in a loving trance. I wish with all my heart to be apart. I wish I had someone tell me welcome home. Because that is something all I really want to know, you know? So that's the first one.
Let's just stop 1 second because I'm still thinking about I'm a good friend to help you through, not to be a part of you. Oh my God.
Fuck
Nick!
yeah, fuck
You
yeah.
uh,
Oh, I just want to shout that out. That is one of the like it spoke to me immediately. Great job. Wonderful.
thanks, guys, thanks. Um, this next one is called Arrogant. I said, fuck you, arrogant. I ain't what you think you is. Do you think you could take over my life? Have been choked by the sharp edge of your knife? You made me feel like I was something less, making me feel the world's miserable stress. For years, I felt frozen, stagnant, and my soul shattered into shitty fragments of resentment, self doubt, loneliness, of miserable heaviness. Why did you have to say that to me? Why did you have to try to beat me with it? Why did you have to hold that against me and not let me be me? You stupid idiot. I can't stand you, even to this day. You were just mad because I'm gay and I slay that way. Do you even know what that word means? You jealous being, blinded by hate you don't be seeing how great I am? Goddamn, how dare you? Words matter. It could break your soul and cause such a shatter. You meant a lot to me. I loved you with all my heart, but you showed me your true colors and how I'm not like you and all the others. I am me, free to be whoever I am meant to be. Sorry you lost that. Sorry you ain't got that. Sorry I tried to help you be more than that. But you fucked up and lost me, and I fucked up because I had lost me. I did the work to be here and queer, because my vision for the future is so crystal clear. My heart full of love fitting me like a smooth ass glove, and I do have love for you to be you if you choose. For there I am light, and I am one too strong to fight. You be over there where shadows dwell, and I'll be over here where I excel. Return to dark because you made your mark, a wound that I'm healing, but those words I'm never feeling. I released this word, you heard? I ain't what you think you is, and that word really shouldn't exist. Here, blowing you a kiss. Cause really, fuck you, arrogant. I wrote that in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this last one is called No Homo. Remember when we used to say no homo? I used to say it too, yo. So I can fit in, betraying my soul from within. Now those that used to say no homo are the biggest gays, you know? The insecurities were ablazing because we didn't know that we were just that amazing. Do you still say no homo or do you say no, give me mo? Boom.
Mic drop.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I really
Yes. Give some love to Nick Louise, please, and that fire. And sometimes we write our best stuff, like our most, like the stuff we need to get out of us, like in 2 seconds.
yeah.
Like,
And I've been
right?
holding it in for like maybe 6 years.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm glad you got it out.
Thank you.
Yes. No,
Thank
it's
you.
beautiful. Also, anytime a poem mentions red flags and sisterhood of the traveling pants, like, yes. And no, like, listen, the no homo stuff is real. Like, as an LGBTQ person, I probably said that
Right, same.
because, like, repression is real and, like, anxiety and, like, we live in a society that does not want us to be our authentic biological, because it's science,
Yeah,
self. And, like, we're trying to break that binary, right? And so thank you for sharing it in your poetry and your art and um being an activist and a voice. So thank you. It's beautiful. And, like, yeah, I mean, I was just saying to Nick and Danny before we opened the room, because Sean Paul was playing and that's a part of my adolescence. Like, I was like hooking up with boys to that music, like pretending like, because I knew like that wasn't my truth. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. I'm just saying that wasn't my truth because I'm a dyke. But, like, I wish it had been someone a female anatomy, because that is my truth. So we're trying as hard as we can to break those binaries. And using our voice, especially in art, to do that is so important. So thank you, Nick, and to everyone who does that. We need more of that in the world. Yeah. So Nick will drop in the chat. I mean, you can follow Nick through Blended City, obviously, but his personal information if you want to connect with him on his personal Instagram and other accounts. But thank you so much. And if there's anything you want to plug, Nick, for Blended City or your personal projects, let
come
everyone
to
know.
Later Alligator next Wednesday because Lizzie
Well,
is
that part. Because what? Because Lizzie's what?
Lizzie's the writer and she made a beautiful story and it's ready for some workshopping for the world to see and you guys should come out and support it.
Thank you. Yes, it's we have a wonderful team, amazing cast of actors and director. And so I'm very excited to share it. Especially on Zoom, where anyone can tune in. Because even though we're here in New York, we want to make sure it's accessible because the story is a major part of humanity. No spoilers, but it is. Bring your tissues. I will say that. Bring your tissues. Because people do cry a lot when they watch it. I've been developing it for like 10 years, so it's taken its strides. Well, thank you so much, Nick. We love you. Thank you for all that you do. So yeah, Danny, who is our wonderful tech producer and co-host, he's gonna make some announcements and he's a little game for everyone, and then we will get back to the performance list. If you are not on the list and you do want to perform, please DM Danny and he'll add you after his announcement. So take it with Danny.
Hi, everybody. I'm here to join you for this short intermission. If you'd like to know more about Later Alligator, I'm pulling some more information in the chat. That's just more information regarding the show. And if you want to get tickets, we'd love to see you there. As for this little intermission, I want to get to know more about all of you. So I'm thinking, what's the best way to do that than a little icebreaker? I always love to do what's your favorite movie theater snack? So we can start from where I'm seeing people. So I'll start. We can start with the name, pronouns, and what's your favorite movie theater snack? My name's Danny. Pronouns are he, him. And my favorite movie theater snack is actually, I mean, you can call it a snack, but it's just me sneaking in like a McChicken with chicken nuggets and fries. And that's my movie theater snack. Like popcorn's great, but I kind of want something munchier and like something I can really like hold. And that's like my thing. Great, that's me. Elizabeth, how about you?
Yes, I'm Elizabeth or ES or Lizzie or Beanie Boo, as Nick likes to call me. I'm pronoun fluid, but my preferred are he, him, his. Um, I recently have been able to eat popcorn again. My body was like, we can't do that for a couple years for a while, and same with chocolate. So my movie theater snack, I just saw Mean Girls, which I really enjoyed because I never saw it when it was on Broadway, but I thought it was cute. I didn't love it as much as the original, but because I was like from my adolescence, but it was cute and fun. I like popcorn, but then like pouring a bag of M&Ms into the popcorn and like at the yes, like the combo of shoving it in your mouth. And then I am partial to like sour candy or like Swedish fish, like stuff like that. So I'm like, if I'm going to the movies, it is like a commitment to have like the junk food, like, and just enjoy it. So yeah, that's me.
Ooh, I can go. Okay, so me and Jamie, when we go see a movie, we get 4 hot dogs, so 2 each, a medium-sized popcorn with salt and butter, and a side of nachos with cheese, and we have our own 2 large sodas.
So good. You can pass it on if you'd like.
Oh yeah, Melissa.
Hi, everybody. Such an amazing show so far. Thank you so much for inviting me into this space. Okay. My favorite movie theater snack, it's like full on sugar rush. I have to have Sour Patch watermelons and a blue icy. You know, like the slushy. And I will pass it on to, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Raviv.
Nina.
Nina, yeah. It's Revive. Medical. Thank you, my love. So I mean, everybody knows me as Nina, but I go by Revive Medicine. She, her, hers. I don't know, this feels weird because I'm a personal trainer. I'm not supposed to be saying stuff like this. So y'all getting me in trouble right now. But my favorite snack, popcorn. I'm a basic bitch. Let's put popcorn, a lot of fucking butter. I'm happy.
It's not basic, it's what makes you happy. No,
I
but like
love-
when people are like, when people are like, oh, I have like I'm basic because I drink like a Starbucks like pumpkin latte. I'm like, does it make you happy? Yes, then there's nothing basic about it.
I'll take it.
Also, the coaches at my gym eat waffles and syrup and whipped cream. So like we just eat stuff in moderation. We have one life. I mean, maybe, reincarnation's real. I hope so, but we don't know. So like eat what we want. You know?
Just fuck it.
Yeah.
Don't go telling nobody, okay?
Tell everybody and let society fuck off. As long as you're managing your health and eating like, like balance, right? That's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That was
I love it though. Popcorn and happiness.
And happiness.
We're literally doing popcorn because we're like choosing each other. I love it.
I give it to Ed.
Eddie might be on a different open mic, so we'll pass it to Martin.
Hello.
Hi,
Sorry
Martin.
for not. Hello. Sorry. being around my screen all the time. I'm having issues with my vision. I really don't go to movies anymore because of my vision. I can't see the screen. And I can't eat most of the stuff they have there anymore either. But I have fond memories of childhood where I would go to the movies with my father, and he didn't want to pay the price for the popcorn sometimes, so we'd sneak in boxes of fiddle fat. I also remember sneaking in. When you used to be able to sit through and watch a movie a second time. I had to watch the third Star Wars movie again because of all the foreign languages and everything I wanted to hear again. But my earliest memory is going to a movie at the drive-in to see The Sting. And there, my parents always made popcorn beforehand, and we brought our own popcorn. So popcorn is, without any butter, is one of the few things I can still eat that you can get at a table. And it's always been
that. I love it. I know. I said, I think I've seen like fewer than a dozen movies since the pandemic. Like I used to go kind of often, but I think because like, you know, we're still being careful, obviously. I've never been to a drive-in, but I will say if I ever go to a drive-in, I want to watch Grease at the drive-in. For like, right? For like, yes, I want to have like my Danny Zuko and like Sandy moment, but like with consent, not like while he was being a creep, but like, oh, I love that. I remember like I was home on Long Island, around Mother's Day last year, and my mom and I went to see Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, because it's the best book ever. And we went to like a mom and pop movie theater that's still there, and it was like it was empty, but it still felt like nice because we went to like, a lot of movies there growing up. So I'm glad you have like those memories still from your childhood. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I haven't been to a movie theater since the pandemic at all.
Right.
Probably
Also,
a few years before that.
Also,
Before
he's a wonderful artist. This is his art. This is an elephant mug he made. So go to his Herculean website and like this says elephant in like 200 languages. It's so beautiful. And he does a lot of different ones. He has different, it's on his shirt. He does different animals. Do you have a
I do.
unicorn one?
Yes, I do. I have a unicorn.
Okay. Okay.
And
yeah.
just message me on IG, and I can send you a direct link for anything you can't find on my website even.
Yeah, support each other, y'all. And he's also a poet, a beautiful poet. Hopefully we'll hear him later tonight. But yeah, I have the elephant mug. And I use it every day. I'm not just using it right now. I actually use it every day. It's like my go-to tea mug. So thank you for this beautiful mug.
I have one too. I use every day. Thank you.
Right, and Martin gets to popcorn someone else now.
Okay, let's see who we have here. Would Laura like to go next?
Yeah, I can go. I also loved popcorn, and my favorite thing to get was those really gross nachos and jalapenos. That was what they had in Texas. So sometimes a pickle at the movie theater was also like a treat. But always an icy, which if I got a pickle, I wouldn't get an icy. So it depended on if I was going like what type of salty I was going for. But similar to Melissa, like a cherry Coke icy was my favorite. So good.
A cherry Coke.
Wow. Thanks a lot. Sounds so good.
That's awesome.
Who hasn't gone yet?
I think Eddie didn't go, but I think Daniel is last.
Okay, great. Daniel.
Hello. Yet, Daniel Fernandez. Pronouns he and him. And for me, my preferred snack is usually popcorn and some Mountain Dew. And occasionally some gummies aside, whether it's sweet as fish, like what Elizabeth said, or some gummy bears. But usually that's my combo, popcorn and gummies.
Gummy bears are the nectar of the gods. My ex-girlfriend, like when I did shows, like for the first Slater Alligator, that was 10 years ago, like the very first presentation, she bought me flowers and gummy bears as like my treat. that night. Yeah. Oh, we were happy for a moment 10 years ago, and then happy 4 years later, and then like that was it. Oh, Danny, that was such a fun game. Thank you.
Yeah, I always love doing it, and it's so interesting to see like what people come up with. And I feel like the consensus here is that it's a lot of popcorn, but maybe there's like a mix of like sweet, salty. I'm also a big fan of loaded fries. But they stopped doing them. Like I don't know
Like
any
chili fries.
like chili fries, but just like fries with cheese on them, like nice like
Oh,
cheap American cheddar cheese on it. Like it's just
oh.
it hits. It really
I
does.
also I also like a hot pretzel with mustard.
That's good. Although I have a thing about mustard. I don't like it. Like it tastes weird to me. I don't know.
I didn't like it when I was younger. I was more of a ketchup person, and now I'm the opposite. I like ketchup on like my eggs, or like yeah, like on an egg sandwich. I was plant-based, but now I do more of a Mediterranean diet for those that knew that. But um, yeah, no, I mean like I've seen people take Chinese food into a theater. One of my ex-girlfriends and I, we would go to 7-Eleven first because it was cheaper to get the stuff there and get like bags of chips and like she was I don't know what they're called, but they were like peach rings. Is that what they're actually called? They're like a candy, peach rings. Maybe that's what they're actually called. I don't know. And we would get that, or like she had like a bagel with cream cheese.
Oof.
So it's like it's what makes you happy, right?
Ice cream would be the
Also
best.
to save money.
Save money, it makes you happy, but like
Mm.
honestly, like if you're not hurting anyone, I mean, I guess like if someone has like a severe peanut allergy, we can be like, even though people eat Reese's, but like those spaces are pretty big. Like it's not like an airplane. But like if it makes you happy and you're not hurting anyone, you do whatever the fuck you want. You're not anyone's place to tell anyone else what they can and can't eat. We don't know each other's budgets. We don't know each other's personal beliefs. We don't know each other's dietary restrictions, like for health reasons, if we have any.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm in a movie theater and I'm eating like Chinese food, mind your biz. Like, it doesn't matter. Anyway, no, that was so much fun. I'm excited for Danny's probably gonna bring that game not like that game specifically, like movie theaters have, but he'll probably bring like a game every month. So I'm excited for what he creates for February. And as Danny, are you gonna share tonight, Danny? Any poetry or monologues or sing or anything?
You know what? I wasn't really preparing for anything today to
Okay.
Do
It's
it.
okay. Maybe he'll close us out.
You can
I
close this out.
you know what? I kind of okay, let me just give me 1 second.
No, you take your time
Okay,
because we'll
take your
go
time.
through. Take your time. We'll go through.
Okay.
And we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So on deck we have Martin Parker, but please welcome the mic now. She is a wonderful person, artist. I got to see her last month because she bought my book, which I really appreciated. So she's a proud owner of one of my collections, Intervisions, and I signed it for her. So thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Nina is going to do some spoken word for us.
Hello, hello. I have not wrote anything new, at least nothing complete. So I'm just gonna share a oldie, right? This one is called We Were So Close. We were so close to perfection, a magical connection. Could have had more sessions, but you two wrapped on rejection. Now we're headed in different directions, but you're still looking for my attention. Try to look past the deception and lead you to ascension. Though we had a real connection, a cosmic intervention, but I can't take the depression of the obsession and possession. We were so close to perfection, a magical connection, but now I'm filled with questions, like what was your intention? I accepted your imperfections, because that's what gave us tension, orgasms and erections. I thought we were the exception. Thought we had a real connection, a cosmic intervention, and the misconception of our direction just fills me with aggression. We were so close to perfection, a magical connection. Now I look at my reflection and hate my sour expression. You're the cause of my ejection, tired of the fixed deflection. All I wanted was protection. All you gave was misdirection. Thought we had a real connection, a cosmic intervention, but all it was deception. Can't take the recollection. We were so close to perfection. We were so close to perfection. We were so close to perfection. How can I move on when you were the exception?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you guys.
That's always very raw and authentic. Thank you, Nina. And I think that's her IG handle, right? Revive
Yes.
Medicine. Yeah. And follow
Yeah.
her on IG and connect with her there. And Nina said she didn't have new stuff, but it's always new. It's always new to someone, including ourselves, because we never say it the same way twice. So it's always new. It's always important. Like I know people say new shit or new ink. I used to, but then I stopped because I'm like, you know what? It's always important to just continue it. Like as a theater artist, right? As a theater artist in the room, especially on Broadway, you do 8 shows a week traditionally. Off Broadway, sometimes it's 7 or 6. But like my father would say this to me when I first started out on Broadway, like 15 years ago. He would be like, don't. And he loves theater. He was just genuinely asking, like, does it ever get like boring to you to do the same show like 8 times a week? And I'm like, but it's not the same show because the audience is always different, the cast is sometimes different, right? Understudies, swings, principals, changing in and out of roles, and just our mood, right? Like our moods change every day. We're not going to say the same words the same way every day, right? Or even when we wake up in the morning for our morning routine, we make our coffee, we make our tea, we make our breakfast, even if you have coffee with oat milk every morning, right? You wake up, you make the coffee, you put your oat milk in. It's not gonna taste the same way. Just literally our equilibrium and our moods just change us. And it's a really powerful thing when you think about it. So thank you. And like I hope you bring that back too, because next time we hear it, it'll be different for us and where we are at. So never apologize if you bring the same poetry to the same space, or if you go to some people do back-to-back Zooms and open mics. It's important. Even if you heard it 15 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, we're going to hear it differently. Just embrace the fact you're going to hear it differently. So thank you. I appreciate it. All right. We're gonna keep going. And then we'll probably do around 2 because it's still early. So up next, he just talked to us about his childhood and popcorn, and I think he said fiddle faddle, which I'm not familiar with, but it sounds like a cool snack. But also, he makes beautiful art. This is his elephant mug. It says elephant in 200 something languages. And I wake up, part of my morning routine is to have my tea in this every day. So please welcome to the mic, Martin Parker.
Oh, thank you so much, Liv. Yeah, fiddle faddle is actually kind of like Cracker Jack, only it came in bigger boxes. Oh, sorry for disappearing again, so I can get close enough to see my phone where I have my poems here. But this is actually very fresh. It's from a writing workshop right before this open mic. Got a couple good things from it, I think. First one was a prompt of hello, next bird in yellow, with a picture of a brightly lit hallway. Hello, my next new yellow bird, floating down this well-lit hall. Your feathers reflect the vibrant sun that gives me hope that all is well. I hear your song recalling trees where once you roosted among the leaves before you fell through a vortex of time that threw together our disparate lives. I've never seen your native land, bananas and mangoes swinging low from branches where you used to hide, and clear blue skies through which you flew. And then the second one, the words were safe, real, imagine, connect, A picture of a child walking on stepping stones under a rainbow. A rainbow arcs across the sky above the snow-white stepping stones, which children safely saunter by, imagining dreams within their bones. The stones connect these moments in time when magical memories echo the songs which float through breezes as real as this rhyme that's etched in my heart where it belongs. Thank you very much. I'll put a link in for my website so you can check out my word art if you want to.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing your beautiful art with us, and purchase his art, please. He's Parquillian on IG, and he'll drop it, and we'll tag him when we post. But yes, and he does beautiful elegies sometimes. I look forward to when he does that. He's taught me a lot about elegies over the last several years of getting to know each other in the poetry community. So thank you. I appreciate that in you. Thank you, Martin. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while, but it's so good to see you.
Right.
And yeah. So before we do round two, if Danny wants to, I think Danny was going to do something, only if he wants to.
Would you like to see something done, like something just playing around with, or would you like to see something like written?
Whatever you want.
I'm just gonna leave it to the crowd. Who would love to see something like just kind of me playing around with like text or something
Yeah.
that was mine?
Play.
How about play with the
Play.
text? Yeah.
Yeah.
Play.
Okay. All right. Okay, so okay, cool. I haven't done this in a bit. Okay, it's all right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Danny, and today we're gonna do a monologue that I've been working on for a bit. I just think it's so funny, and he's such a wonderful idiot. So like, I just think that it's let's give it up. Let's give it away. All right. Um. I'm sorry. No way, homie. I can't watch hockey. I'm sorry, man. I just can't do it. Something in my DNA won't allow it. Bro. Anytime it's on, I must immediately evacuate the premises. Maybe I just can't relate, man. I mean, are there any Latinos in hockey? Seriously, are we even allowed to play? When was the last time you heard, starting at goalie for the Vancouver Canucks, Jose Manuel Gonzalez? I mean, that ain't happening, Primo. And maybe it's my Comanche ancestors beckoning me to fight the man, or maybe I just don't want to freeze my balls off, bro. I mean, it's just weird, man. Like, we don't do well in the cold. Like, I don't do well in the cold. Like, our butts get real tight, and our mocos start running, and our hips just lock up. And I'm sorry, but if you can't move your hips all sexy like this, I'm pretty sure your Latin card gets revoked. And second of all, do you realize how expensive winter sports are? I mean, listen, you got to get skates, gloves, skis, sticks, boards, sleds, I freaking parkas, and tequila, porque if you're going to freeze your ass off, you should at least be buzzed. And you know what? Plus, how can you call yourselves world champs when only like 10% of the world has ice? And no black people play your sport, man. That's like having a construction site without any Mexicans. I mean, I guess we're not building shit today. And you know what? That's why I love the Summer Olympics. That's where it's at. Como se dice? It's the great equalizer. It doesn't take much to go outside and run, bro. No equipment required to jump high. Yo, the whole world plays football. I mean, go! Oh, look, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you a big ass soliloquy and shit, but you know what? That shit ain't for me. You said you only got 2 channels? Well, flip the switch, dog. What else you got? Those Kardashians? Uh-uh. Oh, hell no. Let's go, Maple Leafs! All right. That's it.
That was awesome. That was a great soliloquy. Great job, Danny.
You should be a voice actor. Do you do voice acting?
I auditioned.
You still a voice actor then.
Yeah.
Do my thing here and there, but yeah, hire me, world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hire him. Jack of all trades. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, that was not my text. That was it was a monologue slam from it was a television program being done during the pandemic because for some reason during the pandemic NBC was like, actually we want to do something for Latino people. So they created this program called Nosotros, which is their like monologue slam where they basically brought in writers, Latina writers and Latina performers to come together and perform a monologue. And it like I just fell in love with like the when I saw it, and then I came across the booklet. I'm like, you know what? Trying to figure out who I can play and what resonates with me, and I'm like, you know what? This freaking resonates with me. So let's go with it.
That was awesome. I was very powerful, and it was also funny and like just, and, like DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, very important. So yes, we need more of that. Without it, we need that because we're a melting pot. That's what the universe is. So yes, please, let's continue DEI and making sure that we are representing everyone and not just one part of the world. So thank you. All right. Well, a wonderful first half of the night, y'all. Very inspiring. We'll do a round two. We'll keep it maybe to like 2 minutes each. But if you want to go again, drop your name in the chat so that we can just go back through our list. Again, we'll keep the same order, but everyone might not want to go again. So drop your name in the chat quickly and we'll go again. All right. Nick and just Nick? All right. All right. Nick will give us some more amazingness. And
Yeah, I
then
want to have feelings.
yeah, I know, and then Nick and Martin. All right, awesome. We'll do Nick and then Martin, and then we'll do a good old beanie blessing. Oh, Indiana. Okay.
Everyone for being here with me and everyone that just performed. So these are two small ones that I wrote earlier this week. My friend Laura, who's in the room, has been encouraging me to speak my words. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Speak my words. 12 things I hate right now. I hate that I'm angry all the time. I hate that I'm sad doing this rhyme. I hate that I made you cry. I hate that you hurt deep inside. I hate the feeling of feeling alone. Is this really happening to me? A feeling that I might never be free? I hate the fact that I lost her as my ride or die. I hate the fact that she lied by saying I will always be by your side. I hate the fact of feeling scared that the other one might not want to be there. I want her to reassure me even if it makes her feel weird or deeply inside. I hate losing people left and right, even worse when it makes me cry. I hate that they're not around. We were sisters, blood and bound. I hate that I love so much, but what I hate the most is the way I don't hate. Not even close, not even a little bit, not even at all. Thank you. And then this small one is called Friends to the End. My heart yearns for those friends with a future without end, in which the universe sent those from above with love, to remind me of self-worth and be connected solely here on earth, or perhaps through rebirth? Is that what soulmates are called henceforth? Grateful, thankful for the words you spoke. I learned something new, now I'm woke. Having a future without end, my heart knows those who are my friends. The end.
Dude.
That's like my new favorite Christmas poem, 12 Things I Hate.
Yeah, I took the ending part because I'm just like, I don't really hate, but
No. No, I when I was in Seattle a couple years ago, I went to visit an ex-girlfriend. She had relocated out there, and the 2 weeks we spent together basically just fell out of the intimacy we had had. And someone in our poetry community had recommended to write like 10 things I like about Seattle.
Mhm.
It ended up turning into one thing I liked about Seattle and 9 things that I wanted to change, which
Oh.
was me breaking up with the person. But no, but that's like important. It's how we emote, right? Like the pros and cons basically of like what we need in our life. So
Right.
thank you.
Of course, thank you. I'm also going to be in a play at the beginning of March, so I'm just plugging that in here. So for the next couple of months, I might not be here, but that's because I'm doing that. It's called Information for Foreigners. It's an interactive theater experience, and I would love for you all to come and support. Wear comfortable shoes. It's in Jersey City, and you'll be walking around a lot.
I ran a half marathon in Jersey City. It's very flat.
Yeah.
It's flat. No, don't. So take the PAC train, which is the same as a Metro card in New York City. So like y'all can budget for that.
Yeah.
And you can't hop the turnstiles because it's like in Toronto with the
Laps.
flappies.
Yeah.
I tried in Toronto and I'm like, not trying to get arrested while I'm across the border. Because like I don't mind paying the MTA, but I don't like it. So I'll like hop sometimes because like the MTA pisses me off. It's not like the actual money, it's like the principle of it, of that like I hate the MTA.
Mm.
Yeah. I know that's not like right, but like fuck the MTA. Yeah, no, so go see the play in Jersey City. I will. I will take the PAC train over for you. And Newark, Jersey City is fun, by the way. Jersey City is like a little like downtown Manhattan. That's the vibe it feels like. It's really cool. I like it. So I like the vibe there. So I do recommend it. And like support theater. It sounds fun. It sounds very fun. We love immersive theater. I have hokas, which are very comfortable, so I'll probably wear that. But thank you, Nick. All right. So I think I'm just going through the chat because we're not keeping in the Google Doc. All right, on deck we have Nina. But please welcome back to the mic, Martin Parker.
Oh, thank you. This is another recent prompt. Don't always have weeks like this where I come up with 3 good poems, but this one was from the weekend. It was prompt based on a poem called White Sands by Arthur Z. And I'd never been to White Sands, but I'd been to another sands. So this is based on that. This is called Yuma Crossing. Approaching the portal to heralded lands, we know not what to expect. They search our carriage for contraband, then let us trundle through. We soon come in view of imperial sands that stretch to the end of our sight, with dunes as real as a lover's hand, caressing the edge of the sky, creating an undulant shoreless strand that echoes the surface of the moon and waves like a tide of duotone bands that never let us go. And thank you very much.
Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. I feel like I sounded like a Teletubby just now. The echo. Teletubbies are cool. Thank you, Martin. It was beautiful. I'm so glad we got to hear a couple of your poems. And I appreciate you. All right. Oh wait, Nick, do you and Jamie have a cat?
Yeah, that's Shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a cat.
Yeah.
Hi, Shadow. We have a kitty in the community.
She's a pain in the butt at the moment.
Oh, that's their
She'll
job
leave that
though.
time.
Is she a pain in the butt, or she just want to be, like have attention?
Both.
That's okay. Oh, sure, cute. Well, welcome, Shadow. Many blessings. We love it when like an animal makes an appearance. We do. Like when in the beginning of the pandemic, I was doing me and some stage managers would get together because Saturday night on Broadway. So we had our Zoom Saturday night on Broadway. We kind of do stuff like this to shoot the shit for sometimes till like 4 a.m. We'd just be on Zoom because like we were on lockdown. And we were like, we should get like a llama, like a stage management llama. And just be like, we didn't, because like that would be ridiculous. But like a cat or like a bunny or like a dog would occasionally make an appearance. All right. Well, thank you, Martin. All right. On deck, we have Laura, and coming back is Nina.
This one's called Companionship. Like two magnets gravitating beyond reason, the ancestors granted my white chocolate Regan. One look, one phrase, that masculine magic swept up in a daze that I know will end tragic. Uniting as one when we rendezvous, intoxicated by this drug called you. Smooth like wine, relaxing my worry, honoring my divine every time we scurry. Black and blue rarely mixes with red. Path we choose is the life we've led. Enjoying the ride every time we smash, riding the highs to the inevitable crash. My head sings your song all day, all night. How can this be wrong when it feels so fucking right? My heart soars with joy with every word you speak. No need to be coy. You're my papi and I your freak. So until the day comes when we must eventually part, know you rose me from slums and deeply touch my heart. My spirit is yours, majestic like a canyon. I love you to your core, forever my companion.
Yes.
Oh, I love what
What?
it's such a beautiful love story. Oh, thank you.
I love it.
Yes, it was so
Aw.
Guys.
like I feel like I have like a blunt in my hand. Like
I wish.
It's almost Valentine's Day, so that was very fitting.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you for sharing tonight and for your presence and for being with us. We love you. Thank you. She's a regular at Blended work of art Wednesdays in the Blended City, so we love having Nina here. We appreciate you. Thank you. Martin, but I have a question about Fiddle Faddle. Is it taste like Cracker Jacks?
Yeah, it's just like Cracker Jack. It's just like a cheaper version of it.
Oh, okay.
With
Does
a
it
bigger,
come with like, huh?
It came in a bigger box than Cracker Jack for some reason.
Okay. I didn't love the taste of Cracker Jacks. Does it taste better?
No, it tastes pretty much the same. It's just Cracker
Oh,
Jack
okay.
in a different packaging.
But did it have like a little prize in it? You know, like Cracker Jacks would come with little like
Yeah,
ring or
that's why it was cheaper. No little presents.
okay, because I feel like Cracker Jacks, like you got the Cracker Jack, because like it came with like
Yeah.
a little ring or like a stick-on tattoo or something like that.
No, it was like the bargain version of Cracker Jack. My dad was always buying it bargain stuff.
I don't know why, but I all of a sudden got like a hankering for Captain Crunch. Maybe that's gonna be my movie snack. Like I'm just gonna sit there like with Captain Crunch, which I haven't had in years, and like with the oat milk because I don't drink dairy milk, and like guzzle down watching like whatever Oscar nominated thing is going on right now. I don't know. I haven't watched any of the Oscar films. I watched, you know what? I watched the Leonard Bernstein one, but I didn't really like it. I was not.
I thought
Yeah.
interesting.
You know what? I was disappointed in how I mostly tuned in to listening to the West Side Story score because it's like one of my favorite scores. Like On the Town is it's fine, and like the choreography is beautiful, obviously. But I was like they had like one like frame, and it was maybe like 20 seconds where you hear like a part of West Side Story, and I'm like, that's it. And I was like, yeah, like Bradley, and I've worked with Bradley Cooper, and I was like, okay, like, whatever, fine. Like, it wasn't for me, but like, good for him drafting it. And also, like, Cheetah Rivera just passed away, so like acknowledging that because I sang West Side Story. She was a beautiful human being and activist and artist. So, that's a very sad loss in the world and the community. Yeah, holding space for that too tonight.
To
All
know,
right. So Cap, what?
wanted to know, Nina, would you remind me what you said? You said writing the highs to the inevitable crash, and a little later you said, "How can it be so wrong when it feels so what?"
Oh, you're muted, babe.
I'm trying. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
When it feels so fucking right.
Okay, I just want to right. Yeah, I'm really vibing with everything this is like hitting me. It really is. Like
Yeah.
I don't consider myself a poet, but this is very inspirational, all of you. So thank you for
Everyone's a poet. Everyone's an artist.
Yes.
It's a spectrum, y'all. Don't forget that everyone's an artist. Everyone's a poet. Do your thing. And if someone says otherwise, they have to go check themselves. That's on them, not you. It's all a spectrum. I don't associate myself with those people. I don't have the space for it. No, we inspire each other. Art inspires each other. Artists inspire each other. It's important. And thank you. And that's why we hold space, right? That's why we hold the space for each other to inspire each other, to uplift each other. You know, that's what I said, right? Like we never hear it the same way. And it's gonna inspire Danny to create something. It's gonna inspire Nina to create something even more. And that's beautiful. All right. Captain Crunch. Now, I honestly, when this is over, I might go to the bodega that's open for 24 hours across the street from me and go get my Captain Crunch. Because I haven't had it in like a decade. All right. All right. On deck. So Danny's gonna do one more. But close out for the bee blessing. But please welcome, for the first time tonight, Laura.
Yay!
How's it going? So I'm in a class for grad school and it's all about archetypes and symbolism and it's cool as hell. And some of my assignments are to write poetry and I've been really loving it. So I wanted to share one that I wrote for class. We had to bring in like a special object and I chose my favorite necklace that I wear, which is a gold pendant that has like little golden flakes in it and it's old and cool and I love it and it's my last name is also gold so that's it. I was pulling in some symbolism from that and so yeah, this poem is called Gold 1991. Scorched but pure an auric semblance, ancestral crown to common sense. California 1960s, heartfelt aura, shadow striptease. Cosmic force, river alchemy, rumbling hooves, clear vitality. Bright and shiny, the old and wise, from the psyche and through the eyes. Before sunset and restful ease, divine duet of moon's degrees. Golden flakes, the sunburst station, spirit work, regeneration. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's beautiful. 91's the year I was born.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. When's your birthday?
June 3rd.
You are exactly a month and 1 day before me.
Ooh.
I'm July 4th.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what time are you born? Because now we're gonna dive into that.
I am a Gemini sun, a Gemini rising, and an Aquarius moon. So I'm all air.
What time are you born?
7:30 a.m.
Okay. We're actually so I'm a Cancer sun and an Aries moon and a Sag rising, and the rest of me is Leo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire. I mean, it's a thing. And but I'm 6:23 p.m.
Nice.
Yeah, we're like the opposites kind of. Very cool. Yeah, 91 was a good year. The 90s were great in general, though. Like my gym did Wild Card Wednesday, but like it was very specific. It was music from 1996 specific, but no Rent. And I'm not like a huge Rent person, but I was like, we're gonna do 96, and like the gym is also very LGBTQ plus. How do you not? And like theater people, how do you not include Rent? I don't know. It was fun. Well, thank you, Laura. Do you have anything coming up you want to promote, or if you're on Instagram or any of that goodness?
Well, I actually might be trying to do some collage art workshops at this like art center in Brooklyn. So if that happens at some point in the next few months, I'll let Nick know and he can help spread the word.
Yes.
I make collage art, so I'm trying to do some more workshops incorporating some of the stuff from school. So we'll see where.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes, definitely go check that out. Go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn's awesome. Go to Brooklyn, support Laura, do some collage art. That's awesome. All right, well, she will keep us posted on all that goodness. Thank you. All right. Our last artist for the evening is going to be Danny. So welcome back, Danny, please.
All right. Okay, let's do it. I wrote this a while back and I didn't really know what to do with it. I didn't know if I wanted it to be like a voiceover to something that I could make into a film, or I don't know. I just felt like it was so personal, but at the same time, like I keep on getting this like thing every time I share it, or it's like it needs to be I don't know. I think it needs to be shaped, but I think it can have an audience. So I was pondering on the idea of the American dream for a long time. Um, just because it's something that, fuels me and has fueled my parents' journey here to America. So, here it goes. I'm not really sure if it's gonna be again gonna be like a one-man show. I've taken a lot of inspiration from like John Leguizamo, um, but also it could be like a sort of like doc film thing that I could do myself. Here goes. For those that don't know me, my name's Danny, and yo soy colombiano. I'm born and raised in Queens, New York. On September 4th, 2000, I was thrust upon a family of artists who left everything behind to chase the American dream. My mother, a basketball player, a member of the choir, and pageant queen, took on cleaning houses, while my father, bullfighter, professional soccer player, and singer, began his career as a parking attendant. They told us to dream big because that's why we're here. We were encouraged to perform, play, and create. However, my parents had one rule. If we were going to live in Gringo land, we must never forget where we come from. Our romantic language and culture always comes first. But when I was growing up, Los Blanquitos weren't feeling us like they do now. You see, I recall my first friend calling me a stupid fucking Aztec for speaking Spanish. Um, and this country has a way of making immigrants feel small, from the way people look at you or the insults thrown at you when you speak Spanish in public. And then there's the real threat. Hielo. I never got the sex talk. But I did get the talk. In case my parents don't show up, I had to memorize an address to my godmothers. The deportation of my family was a constant fear of mine. Waking up and never seeing them again was a recurring nightmare. To every MAGA supporter, we are illegals, opportunists, and spics. They label us before we even get to be anything. Did they forget that we have dreams too? We bleed like them, we love like them, we lie under the same moon, we're not so different. America sells us a fragmented idea of the dream. Assimilate to our culture, but don't get too comfortable. We don't want you taking up space. We want you people right where we can see you. And if you work hard enough, you might just be able to clean my floors, park my car, take care of my kids, make me dinner. We love your reggaeton, we love your comida, we love your bebesotas, but don't get it twisted. Speak English. or go back to your country. America went from si se puede to build a fucking wall. My parents have spent more than a quarter of their life in a country that doesn't view them American enough. But they remain hopeful, hope for a future that embraces us rather than keep us invisible. My dream. I want to be an agent of change within the Latina industry for people, my people, mi gente, and write a Colombian story that authentically resembles us. We have more to offer than just cocaine, violence, and the hypersexualization of our people. So, what is your American dream?
Well, thank you, Danny. That's so important. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, everyone, please vote to make sure that we are representing everyone, not just one part of the world, and that we value each other, and that we don't live in dark times anymore. It is a general election year, so yeah, please do the right thing. Please vote correctly. We don't want to live through that again. So thank you, Dan. Important. Yeah, no, appreciate it. Thank you. It's very, very important. So thank you all for an important and inspiring night of art. Thank you to Blended City for producing this platform and hosting it. Thank you to our wonderful co-host and tech producer, Danny Gomez, for being here for us and for also sharing his art tonight. And thank you to all of you for coming and being vulnerable and sharing space and holding that space and inspiring each other and me. We do this every last Wednesday of the month, so the next one will be the 28th. Same time, 8 p.m. Just remember RSVP, and you'll get that Zoom link about an hour before we begin. And join us next week for the Later Alligator presentation here on Zoom, 8 p.m., just a week from today. I'm really excited to be able to bring that here and to have everyone immerse themselves in this story I've been developing for a decade. So usually how I close out the evening is with Beanie Blessings. Where I do that, just remind everyone, if you aren't following Blended City, I'm just reading my Google Doc. If you aren't following Blended City, please do so. They're on all the social media platforms, just at Blended City. And if we tagged you in anything tonight, go ahead and repost and share that love. And yeah, just get on their newsletter if you're not on their newsletter and keep up with all they do films, they do plays, they do open mics, they do a Pride Festival that I was a part of and Danny was a part of last year. So that was really fun. I think it'll the Glitter Ball. It'll be back next June. Yeah, so keep up with all that. But yeah, so normally what I do at the end of the night is something called a Beanie Blessing, which is a poem I wrote for when I host open mics, just kind of ends the night. It's a prose. So you can close your eyes if you want, you don't have to, but it's called Beanie Blessings, and thank you again for being here tonight. We close our time out together, staring up the same sky, where the sun kisses down on your gentle face. The cotton candy clouds begin to swirl in the early evening. The crescent moon fades in as the constellations begin to dance throughout the night. We all look up the same sky. Thank you for blessing the sky, soil beneath our feet, and our family with your presence and art. Thank you for taking the time to create. Thank you for holding space. May you sneeze out poems in dreamland. May we always have beanies to keep us warm and stylish. This has been Work of Art Wednesday with Blended City with myself and Danny Gomez and Nick Louise. On behalf of our community, I, Deadpan Lizzie the Beanie God, bid you adieu until next time. Beanie Blessings. Thank you all. That's it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Nick will stop the recording, or Danny.